As we get deeper into the mission discourse, Jesus warns his disciples about the persecutions they will encounter simply because they are proclaiming the kingdom, they are proclaiming God's love. It is not easy for everyone to accept that God loves everyone equally and unconditionally. Some like to be preferred over others. Some like to be more important than others. And those who like to be preferred and considered more important than others are going to feel bad about the fact that God loves the poor, that God loves the marginalized, and that God loves the downtrodden. How can God love them as much as God loves me? And that is why they will begin to persecute the disciples. Not only will they persecute them verbally, it is very likely the disciples might also be persecuted physically. However, Jesus is very clear that fearlessness must be that with which the disciple goes into mission. A disciple of Jesus cannot be afraid. A disciple of Jesus cannot give into intimidation. A disciple of Jesus cannot give into threats, but regards that intimidation, regards that threat, regards those negatives as spurring on to do even more. Jesus tells at the end of the gospel of today that it will be very clear that we as missionaries, as disciples, will not have gone through all the towns until he comes in his glory. This is the confidence with which we engage in mission. This is the trust in Jesus which spurs us on. Will you continue to engage in mission fearlessly despite the threats, the intimidation, and the negative?